saying. I mean, in 2 years' time, I spent over $300,000 on attorneys. Like that was the legal costs just to try to save money. And the thing is, if you lose, then you lose that money and the money that you got to pay. I literally contemplated just fucking being like, you know what? Here, I'm just pay you, bro. I ain't gonna even take this risk. But then I went and then I, weighed my options, and it was, all right, well, let's jump in this fucking situation. And just so much, really, I didn't win, they didn't win, but my attorney definitely won. That's all I know. Right. So hopefully it's I don't know the vibe out there in the UK when it comes to courts and shit. You know what I mean? But all I know is
the vibe is the real thing that we gotta look at. Through, which you can force it through, but it makes the appeal that much easier because we could prove that you didn't have the facts. You admitted on record that you didn't have the facts to actually accurately assess this case and still push it through anyway, just based on fuck it. Like, purely.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the level of corruption in the world is just so high that it's like it could. It's just such a. You just never know because you never know who's pulling what strings behind where.
During the C-section, they wouldn't have probably got half as much as I did, or anything. But I used my resources. I fought it. Where there's a couple lawyers that told me I couldn't fight it. I found one that was willing to go all the way, and we won. So
yeah,
you don't win anything you don't fight for. If you just bow down, then you just stay on your knees and get your knee pads ready.
No doubt. I mean, it's worth the fight. It's all there. I'm just always like on the real side of shit. That's because I was telling people, I'm like, look, they ain't gonna care about what nobody thinks. They're gonna do what they want, and that's exactly what they're trying to do right now. So now you just got to go through the appeal process and go through it. But it's that fucking gut can be real sometimes, yo. And that's just what I was feeling. I'm like, it just feels like this is all for publicity. This is all like media. Ain't nobody like at the level that's actually important. They're gonna do what the fuck they want, like and that's how it's gonna go. Now, are we gonna be able to try to do things afterward? Yeah, of course, there's a process for that, but it's crazy to see the level of corruption that's real in the world because you can just do that. Like, you can have this many people that are fighting for something.
And the same prime minister that's pushing this through without anything else, he was caught on camera in April getting talked to by the police officers for walking his dog off leash. Same guy.
Crazy.
But he want to kill everybody else's dog. They got to die. But he can walk around with his dog off lead, no problem. This year, April, not a few years back. Now he used to do this. He was doing that this year, same year that he wants to push the law.
Right.
The videos is on YouTube also, so it's not like to take my
word. The whole thing that happened with those two dogs, like Marshall and Millions or whatever, bro. I saw that lady in there. I'd have been scared of her. If I saw that lady screaming in the street, I'd have picked my kids up and ran the other direction. I'd have been scared of her. I'd have died and like, who is that? What's going on? Someone going crazy right now. Let's get the fuck up out of here. But that's who we believe in. That's who you backing, some shit like that, bro. That's crazy. Right. That's crazy. So that's why when I saw shit like that, I was like, man, the hate is beyond real for these dogs right now. Like,
you figure there's a whole group on Facebook now that is like 100% against XLs. There's like 30 or 40 anti-pit bull groups, and the information they spread is so twisted. But what's crazy is every now and then I'll go in these little groups and I'll start trolling. Half of them, they don't even believe what they're saying.
Bro,
it's like the way it sounds. But then there's half of them that do believe it, like they believe the myths and everything that's being pushed. And that's what's crazy about it.
Bro, it's the fucking blind leading the blind is what you're seeing.
That's exactly what
that's what you got going on. It's like they got groups out there with like fucking 50,000 people in them that are just there to hate me. And I go and read through this shit, and I'm like, yo, this is so inaccurate. I joined a couple of the groups and I would comment. I would cheer along the haters. I'd be in there hating on myself. They didn't even know it was me. I'd been like, man, who the fuck is this guy think he is? Just typing all this bad shit about myself just to get them hyped up so I can see what they on about. You know what I mean? And they ain't got no kind of points, nothing. So it's like it's all the same shit. Them hate groups, it's just built off hate, not factual information, not actual facts. You know what I mean? That's it. I've been trying.
Dre disappear. Look like he disappeared. But so we are going to stay active and keeping you guys up to date with anything we hear regarding the UK ban. I've got a few people out there that's keeping me up to date on it. So hopefully you guys, you know, we'll keep touching up on it. Dre's heavily involved in it, as you've heard. So we're gonna any updates we have, we're gonna bring those back to you guys every Sunday. You know, now today's we did touch on that last week. That was our whole show. Today's show, we're gonna move on. And one of the things that we were kind of tossing back and forth with ideas and topics. One of the things that I saw was big this week was extreme versus excessive or too much when it comes to the look of a dog, the size of a dog, the weight of a dog. Also, that kind of stemmed into things as far as the old look of the American bully or the new look of the American versus the new look of the American bully. You have some out there pushing the fact, well, not the fact. You have some out there pushing their opinion that this has always been what we're seeing in the show ring today has always been what it's been, what it was about. You have others that are saying, nah, this started off supposed to be a pit bull on steroids, and it's kind of become this English bulldogish looking thing with cropped ears and a tail and a slightly longer muzzle. So we're going to give our opinions on that. We definitely want you guys to give them in the comments. But fellas, when it comes to the even just the written standard, the standard versus your vision, I'm gonna go ahead and say my opinion. My thing is that the written standard is for the show ring. I look at it as it's a goal for you to hit. No different than the hoop at the end of the basketball court. That if you decide you want to participate in it, then that's what you go for. The way I look at it as most people know when it comes to dogs, I look at dogs. I don't give a shit about the humans that are involved. That's just me personally. And when it comes to but I have no choice but to deal with the human concept because we're the ones that created these dogs. Now, we do know through science that sticking to written standards, chasing studs and champion winners starts to bottleneck the genetics of various breeds, and it's done it bad. And the German Shepherd's one that's gotten bad. The English Bulldog started off bad, got worse. The Pug, we're seeing it in more and more breeds. But a lot of times, I think before the internet, don't get mad at me for saying this, but before the internet, the show ring was just an activity, no different than frisbee catching, whatever else you want to compete your dog in. And then the internet got popular. Bullies got popular. Facebook got popular. And now you're starting to see the show ring people have this stronger voice than they've ever had in the world of dogs. And so now there's this, you have to breed to the standard. Well, the average dude that's breeding for hunting doesn't breed his beagle or his foxhounds for the written standard. He breeds them for success. And the average person breeding for pets, some people want a bigger Rottweiler or a bigger German Shepherd. And so he breeds for that. We know with the show ring, it's all about that written standard. And the written standard gives some leeway for variety in there, but not much. So that's been kind of one of the things coming up. So I just kind of wanted to see what you guys think when it comes to the written standard of a breed versus the vision. And then at the same time, we also know the show ring takes a breed and tends to give it thicker bones, stockier than what that breed was initially supposed to have. So when it comes to extreme versus excess or too much, especially when we're looking at the bullies, what's you guys' opinions on that?
Go ahead, my man. I'll take the last. I can't hear him.
You talking, Dre?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me
now? I
now?
can hear you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna be in and out like a robbery, so you can go last because me going right now ain't gonna be long. What I'm saying is the show ring is playing catch up in the bully world, and what I mean by that is there was never a standard that we started off breeding towards. We were trying to breed supersized pit bulls. Then the ABKC came around after the fact and put in classes after the fact. We were already breeding this style before the ABKC existed. They didn't exist till 2004, 2005.
That's a point I throw at people all the fucking time, yo. Yeah, I like that. Carry on. I like that.
Well, even the first registry, the ABA, I think it was the ABA, were along the lines of what you're saying, Dre. And if I'm not mistaken, the guy that runs ABKC showed some of his dogs with them, and then ABKC came later. So you basically
Dave, that's why the ABKC came, is because he came out to several shows. He was showing in the UKC initially before the ABKC existed. He was showing in the UKC, and he said they weren't showing him love because of the style and the build of the bully that he was producing. So he was like, well, fuck y'all, because they kind of kicked him out of a couple shows. Some of his people, actually, they didn't kick him out. It was his people, he said, they kicked out at a couple of shows. And he was like, well, fuck y'all, I'm going to build my own registry, and it's going to be dedicated to this style. And that's how the ABKC came to be initially, so he could register his Razor's Edge dogs.
Well, you know, man, registry's so funky, yo. It's like they are on some shit, yo. Like the ADBA, for example.
Avalon said the first bully registry was the BKC. And so I think that's
the Bully Kennel Club, yes. The Bully Kennel Club was first.
Yo, I don't know about, I mean, I know Derek probably messed with
got a foothold in comparison to the ABKC. You can't really compare the two. The ABKC has went like, that's like comparing a mom and pop store to Walmart. Like, it's just not the same.
Yeah. Yo, Daryl, did you have ADBA dogs?
No. Oh, yeah. With pit bulls I did. With pits I did.
All right, so
not with the bullies.
Let me shed some interesting light on some shit, just so some people are aware that might not be aware. So yeah, there's a standard in all these registries, of course, the standard that they want you to follow. That's if you're gonna compete in the ring, you're gonna show, right? ADBA has been registering whatever for now. They changed it because I came along and all this fucking craziness happened. But as long as you weren't going to show your face in the show ring, they didn't care. They take your money. They register your dog. They didn't care what it was. They register your dog, and that was it. But if you tried to take that dog to a show ring, they would turn you away. They didn't even let you in the door. They ain't going to let you stand next to them and be like, oh, this is what it's, because you were way out of the standard. But they'll take your money. That's why registries, like, they act like they care about the standard. But at the end of the day, this shit is business to them. Man, that shit is money. That shit is about money. That's what they really on about. They don't really care about the standard. In the public's eye, they want to look like they care about the standard. That's why they're going to keep the people that are in the show ring a certain way, and they're going to take everybody else's money. When they started bringing in the American bully into the UKC, when that happened, bro, explain to me how so apparently two breeds of dog can produce, you breed two separate breeds of dog, but they can produce either one or the other. And that's what they were going on. You know, that was the whole thing. So I remember I took 4 of my dogs and I single registered them with the UKC because I primarily only use the UKC. You know, I don't use ADB or any of that shit. So I registered 4 dogs. I registered Ghostface, Gianna, General, and Zion, all to the UKC. And I went to go register Nala because I wanted to register her puppies who I had from General and Nala. So I had my dog Kali that I was trying to register. So they registered Kali as an American Pit Bull Terrier, but they told me that Nala had to be registered as a bully, or I could just keep sending it back in. How does that make any fucking sense, yo? So what if I'm gonna send it back in?
Part of their option, just keep sending, or
maybe she'll get accepted another time. It's like, make that make sense to me, yo. It's not. There's no sense to it. It was all just money. I sat there with the guy on the phone. I'm like, yo, hold on, man. So these two fucking, so I can have a pit bull and a bully. I'm gonna breed them, and you tell me I gotta wait till they're 6 months old to know what breed they are? This is what you guys are telling me right now? That's what they were on. Like, that's what you would have to do in order to register your dogs. If you wanted to register the dog as a bully, you sent them the pictures, right? You send them in the 4 images that they wanted to see, and they decide off that. Right? And when your dog has a litter, when you bred 2 dogs, like I read this shit on the ADB. I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to read it for you. And you're going to try to make it make sense. And it just doesn't make any sense at all. I'm going to fucking pull it up. We'll be on fucking registries, man. They just so backwards with fucking everything that they do. And so to answer that question for me, personally, I bred for what I wanted. And I wanted athleticism and size and high drive. I couldn't give a fucking shit what they were on about in terms of the standard, right? In terms of other people out there in the world and how they're breeding their dogs, I mean, you know, I'm obviously about function and health being there, you know. So when it comes to excessive traits, I mean, I think anything done too extreme is negative. You know, I the way I see it, I just think it doesn't hold up. It can't last, right? So I don't know. I just always seen people that are breeding to that extreme, like fucking exotic.
I agree and disagree with you, and I'm gonna tell you why. Right? I care about the standard, but not in the traditional sense. I care about the look, functionality, and correctness that the standard has. But I always wanted a supersized version that still would adhere to the standard. If they look at the snout, if they look at the head shape, if they look at the top line, if they look at the chest, if they look at the front, if they look at the rear, it still was the standard, but supersized.
Yeah.
I didn't want to lose the breed identification. Like you can look at the breed and identify it when you see it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't want somebody to look at my dog and not know it was a bully. I want them to say, damn, that's a big bully. Like that's definitely a bully, but bigger than the ones I usually see.
Well, see, and
that was my goal.
That's kind of like what I say is I breed type. Not necessarily.
That's the word I was looking for, breed type. I never wanted to lose breed type. I want to have breed type, but add size to it.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I mean, like 100%. But like that's what I mean. Like for me, what was more important was workability. That's what I cared most about when I was breeding my dogs. Back, to be honest, more so a couple years back. Where I'm at now, I kind of had to conform to certain things that were going on because the type of dogs that I was breeding back in the day, with the level of fame that I reached and the people that were the type of people that were reaching out to me, they ain't need dogs like that. That, you know, they might have thought that they did, but they ain't need dogs like that. So I kind of needed to shift certain parts of my program to be able to fit the dogs into the home so like things would work out. You know, because when you got dogs, like dogs are too high drive, and you know, people don't need that. Like, you know, just regular people, pet homes, they can't even handle that kind of shit. You know, so I had to really kind of change around a little bit. But for me personally, in the beginning, it was just all about drive, all about function. You know, that's really what I cared about. You know, obviously I wanted to keep the look. I'm not going to try to change the look to nothing extreme or anything, but I cared most about function and being able to add the size that I wanted. That's why I went up. When everybody was going out, I went up because I figured up, the taller you are, the longer you are, the more mass, the more weight the body can carry, and that's what I was after. That man size.
Well, see, that's what like one of the guys I kind of was going back and forth with, and he even sent the video, and he was like, "You gotta check out this video. My dog can function." And I was telling him, I was like, "I'm looking at your dog. That's not gonna be functional." So he sends in this video of the dog around in a circle, and I'm like, first off, your dog's just walking. And he was like, yeah, but if you look at other bullies, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, that's not functional. And I was like, too many people are taking a breed and then saying it's functional. The English Bulldog is not a functional breed. The Pug is not a functional breed. I was like, a breed doesn't govern function. Function is governed by the overall species. Doesn't mean you have to be as fast as the Greyhound, but you have to run in a similar way. Doesn't mean you have to have the agility of the pit bull, but you got to still be able to make somewhat the same movement just because you're a dog. And when we start saying my pug is functional or my English bulldog is functional, the next thing you know, these big, fat, lazy dogs are being called functional just because they took 2 steps to the food bowl and they're really not functional at all. And
well, let's talk about this, bro. Let's talk about all these people that like these non-functional, fat, weird, big bone, bow-legged, bitch-made dogs, and they act like they just shit in these groups. And they sit here and praise these non-functional dogs that need a hand to get into the truck. You gotta lift this motherfucker into the truck.
Yo.
You feel me?
Yo.
And they act like these dogs are the shit because he got big bones and a big chest. Hey, you know who got that? You know who got that? Since he don't like me anyway. That boy Twan, Tink, Tink. What's his name? With that weird ass dog that can't run 4 steps. Bro, that dog would die chasing somebody across the yard, bro.
That guy's problem is
die chasing somebody across the yard, bro.
You already know. I don't like that fella at all. That is a horrible person for dogs, period.
I'm not even looking at
Yo.
him. Fuck him. I'm saying
Yo.
the dog can't run.
Bro, the dog can't run, but what's even worse about that situation, but all them dogs got what's called entropion, which is a fucking disease of the eyes, yo. All right? And like everybody get on me like, oh, he's hating, I'm hating. Bro, I'm not hating, bro. I literally offered to him, I'm like, listen, if you can't afford it, my guy, like, I'll pay for it. Like, I will fix that dog's eye. Do the right thing, yo. Like, that, do the right thing. Like, you know, I know Tyson, my dog, he's 18 downstairs. He had entropion. I fixed his eyes. He was bred one time before I knew about it, that it was hereditary. I saw it in one of his puppies, and he was never, ever bred again, ever. Like, that was it. Done with it, bro. That is a fucking eye condition. It is very uncomfortable for dogs. And they'll have it their whole life. It will not correct itself. Yeah, it's something that needs surgery.
I'll say this. Outside of Teddy, bro, Teddy to me is dope as fuck. I like
Who?
Teddy. Outside of Teddy, I do not fuck with that blood, bro.
Oh, bro, I was touching that back in the day when it was Camelot Peterson. Like, my guy want to act like General was some Red Lion shit, bro. General was Camelot Peterson's McKenna. You don't let two dogs hump and have a bloodline. It takes a long time to establish a bloodline. We all know that. So it's
okay. That is a subject I was going to say for next week, but we do need to get into that whole bloodline thing. But yeah, that is the truth right there. It's too many, and you know, like I know, we remember in the 90s when the game dogs were no longer game, but they came from game lines, and everybody was claiming they had a bloodline and all these things. Somehow that hustle made it into the bully world, but it didn't. It's beyond a hustle. It's almost a new redefined definition of what we know is not true. And now people are saying, you know, their kennel name is a bloodline, or their popular stud is a bloodline. Why is it a bloodline? Well, he's been with over 20 different females. Okay, but that's not a bloodline.
Yeah.
Why is your kennel?
That is a bloodline. Huh? That is a bloodline. What are you talking about? If he fucked that many bitches, he got a bloodline.
A bloodline in there.
Hey, for humans,
yeah. Yo, hold on, yo. Before we get too far away from bro, I just literally want to read this shit to you, and you tell me if this shit make any fucking sense to you right now, right? So HBA, right? They call it a working pit bulldog, right? So dogs from working pit bulldog lines that have been bred with American bully lines will be accepted as American bully. Okay? A working pit bulldog that has been bred with an American pit bull terrier will be registered as a working pit bulldog. An American bully.
Run that back.
From the beginning.
Yeah, right, I get what he's saying.
All right, so from the beginning, dogs from working pit bulldog lines that have been bred with American bully lines will be accepted as the American bully. A working pit bull dog that has been bred with an American pit bull terrier will be registered as a working pit bull dog. An American bully that has been bred with an American pit bull terrier will be registered as an American bully. Make that make sense to me.
It does make.
I get what you're saying.
I get this is my takeaway, right? Once a bully is already a mixed breed, pit bull being the base model that we started with.
That's a mixed breed too, though. We got to be honest. They're lying, though. Pit bull mixed
but hear me out. So if you take a bully and a pit bull, what come from that should be a bully. It's no longer pure enough to be a pit bull.
Yeah,
right.
That's what they say.
If you take a pit bull times American Staffordshire Terrier, you're keeping breed type. Breed type is still there. If you look at a Staffordshire Terrier, you look at an ABPT, you still see the same structure, same top line, same general weight class. They're very similar enough where I can see them registering that as American Pit Bull Terrier. But if you breed a pit bull to a bully, you just made a bully, a high drive bully, but a bully.
What if originally, right? So what if you're like, I mean, because you and I, all of us know about breeding and how you can morph a breed without crossbreeding. Like you can, if you're selective enough, you can morph
especially right now because there's so many
right
already.
So what I'm saying is, you could definitely breed two pit bulls that would conform to their standard that might produce a different look that looks like that. But if you bred two together, then they're going to be that. They're not going to be a working pit bull dog or a bully, even if they have that different look. That to me just doesn't like I get what they're trying to do, and not to be like a, you know,
they're protecting more than a bully, they're protecting the purity of the American Pit Bull Terrier.
You know where all this came from? Because this fucking asshole with this big ass dog named the Hulk went all over the fucking world, and all of a sudden they had to cover their own tracks and realize that they try to blame it on me. And once that didn't work, they had to go and try to blame a dead guy. They did a whole bunch of shit. Then they changed around to this working pit bull dog shit and fucking try to act like they shit don't stink. That's all they tried to do, yo. So me personally, I just don't like them.
UKC, I got no beef with y'all.
No beef.
This is him doing this on his own. I got no smoke.
Nah, bro, I ain't talking about the UKC, bro. The UKC.
No, you talking about ADBA.
I'm talking about the ADBA. No.
Okay.
I'll give you the truth, yo.
It still stands though. I don't care.
Listen. The UKC. I'm gonna tell. I know I've told you this before. I think we probably both talked about that. I probably told y'all both individually, but the UKC also had tried to come at me because the ADBA posted my shit publicly on their page, yo, and I had to call them, and I got the call on video. I had to call them and be like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? You're acting like you don't know where these dogs come from. She told me, this is her exact words. She said, just because people were saying it, Whopper was a pure American Pit Bull Terrier. Just because people say it wasn't true doesn't mean it's true. She said that shit to me word for fucking word on the phone, right? So trying to act like her shit don't stink. But anyways, put them aside. The UKC had hit me up too. They sent me a letter and they're basically saying like, well, yo, send us photographs of Hulk. I was like, man, get on the internet. There's plenty of photographs of Hulk. What do you want to see? They were like, yo, we need to see pictures of the puppies that he last produced in order to register them. And I'm like, yo, they're 6 months old with the clients. Like, what's going on here? So basically they were trying to press me. So I just had my lawyer write them a little letter that was basically stating like, look, until you rid your whole registry of everybody else, and I ain't gonna lie, bro, I had lists of dogs that were that size, so 150.
Bro,
I had lists of them motherfuckers, bro.
Real,
hey,
that 6'9" is right there. You had a list of people to tell on
I put
a
list on that shit for them, like, yo,
that ain't right,
you want to play me? You want to single me out?
You supposed to eat that case alone, bro.
Hey, listen. That's it, bro.
Was I on? Hey, the real question is, was I on that list?
Probably.
that's the question. Was I on that
probably.
list? Wow.
Not real shit though. Like, I mean, I had to show them that like what you're doing is wrong. Like, you know, you're gonna try to single me out based on fame when you have fucking thousands of dogs in your registry that are all registered the same, but you just want to single me out because other people are pressing you. And I was like, listen, if you don't want me to own part of the registry, we better just put this one under the rug. And that's exactly what happened.
They were singling you out because you singled yourself out by saying you had the world's largest pit bull. Like, if you walking around saying you got the world's largest pit bull, they're going to say, where is he registered? Then they're going to try to, hey, you don't know how many people want to disprove that fact? Hey, they were probably blowing them up, bro.
Of course, but it wasn't even.
You out. I think you made that claim, and it went famous. It went in front of millions of people, and they said, "Fuck that! Ain't the world's largest pit bull." They start hitting the registry up, which is going to fold to the pressure.
But they think I'm gonna fold to the pressure, and I'm not. I'm gonna give it to them the facts. If we want to jump into this, we can, because this is the way that it is, yo. And what's funny is I've seen so many people saying all this shit about me. You know, like, oh, this, that, and third. Your dog's registered the same fucking way. Now, you know what I mean? Your dog's registered the same way. You just ain't got the fame and the money that I got. That's all that it is. But your dog's are registered the same way.
When I hear, that's why when I heard about them talking about the 100% pure American bully test, I started laughing my ass off. Like, how the fuck does that work, bro? The 100% pure American bully test. When somebody says I got 100% American bully, I'm just like, okay, bro, you got it.
Bro, this guy's right. It's all about the money, and like that's what I'm saying. So like, for me, yo, it was like, yo, you ain't gonna try to single me the fuck out. Like, you ain't gonna do that. Ain't gonna happen. So if you want to do this, I'm just gonna be a lawsuit, and that's it. And they dropped that. I've never had a problem with the UKC ever since. All my dogs registered UKC, everything fine. I've never had a problem with them. But the ADBA, they actually, when they came to me at first, because I was like, listen, y'all try to make this like it's me. Like, I'm the one that did this. I'm like, look, I'll send you every single fucking piece of DNA from every dog I have, every breeding. I'll send you photographs, videos. Any breeding that was done in a vet, I'll go to the vet. I get everything you need. I can prove every single thing here. But I've never mixed a dog or done anything. I followed your stud books and everything that you guys already had. And as soon as that was in place, bro, they didn't even want to talk to me no more. They wouldn't answer the phone. They wouldn't talk to me. So I just kind of walked away from it. And then I just went to the fucking the UKC. And yeah, I got something else I'm working on, but you know, that's why this all came about. You know, way back, yo. But me and the ABBA have been done for a long time. But the UKC, and I've never had a problem with them. Like literally ever since, never had a problem at all. Because let's face it, they about their money, and that's what they about. So like I ain't got a problem with that.
What affords them the right to be about, because too many people, to me, put this pressure on the registries. People have to understand, their job is one thing. Their main job is just to register your dog.
Yeah.
If you lie, paper hang, all that stuff, that has nothing to do with them. Now, if somebody reports you, it's supposed to be reported to a breed club. Now, for bullies, we don't have a breed club. But that part of it is not their job. Breeders are supposed to keep breeders honest. It's not the registrar. All they're supposed to do is keep track of your paperwork for you, and that's it. And I think a lot of people put this pressure on these registries, and I think sometimes the registries fall into that trap. But it's like
all day.
When you want to make a complaint, you're supposed to have a breed club. You talk to your breed club, and then the breed club goes to the registry and tells them this is the decision we need you to make when it comes to our breed that we represent for your registry. And I think a lot of people blame these registries for things that's not even their jobs, not even what they're supposed to be doing.
No, the registry is also in charge of maintaining the integrity of the breeds that it registers. So it's not blaming the registry. They're taking millions of dollars to do this. They're getting paid millions to make sure they maintain. They're the historians of this breed. And they're supposed to properly document and do all their due diligence to make sure that's what's being documented via their registry is accurate. That is part of their job.
Registry to do that, they would have to go to everybody's yard. That's never gonna happen.
They do that though.
No, they don't want to do it when there's a problem child that everybody complains about.
They do it though. The thing is, they actually do that, because I can tell you I'll give you another story before everything really happened, yo. So I had a video where I was just like fucking around because I had all the paperwork up on my wall, and I was just fucking talking shit. You know how people be talking online, and like I was talking back to some people, like, you know, because at the end of the day, I like, oh, all my dogs were registered. But I didn't really care about that. I cared about the workability. So I was just fucking around. I'm like, yeah. Here's the paperwork if anybody cares. Like, whatever. I'm like, Ghostface, I pointed. I'm like, yeah, here's the Cane Corso. And I was clearly joking. The guy was clearly joking. Like, I was like fucking sarcastic. You could hear it. But yo, the registry actually sent me letters and hit me up and basically was like, yo, now this is like an investigation and they have to get the answer. So I gave them everything that they needed at that time, but that's what they had to do. So once that actually happened, they came and tried to investigate the situation. So the registries will try to police the standard, which I mean, I think they should, honestly. I mean, I think it is their business. No, I mean, I think it should be. Like, you know, if you're making all that money.
Crystal asking,
it's absolutely a part of their business. That's in the job description, bro.
No, I agree with you on that.
Question is, should we have a breed club? I think we do. I think club should be there for every dog. For every.
Yo, your audio is going in and out, bro. Are you hearing it?
You're cutting in and out, bro.
Yeah. You do like quiet and then loud and quiet and loud. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, you hearing the same thing I'm hearing.
Yeah. That's why I keep leaning in.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I think we should have a breed club. I think one of the issues with ABKC is they kind of operate as a registry and a breed club at the same time, trying to take the bully on whatever direction they think it should go. UKC's in a great position because, like a traditional registry, they just sit back and wait for the breed club to tell them what to do. And there is no breed club right now with the UKC. So, like I've always said, look, and whatever this bully becomes, it's not going to be up to a registry.
It's doing it again.
Up to the masses. Huh?
It's doing it again.
Okay.
It's going in and out. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think it's going to become up to the masses. Whatever the masses become into with this breed, that's what this breed is going to become, regardless of the registries and breed clubs.
You know, I just thought we should have did. I didn't think about it. Is shared the live link to the different groups because it's not showing nowhere but on Gabriel's page, on Marlon's page.
Your group, and I shared it to my group. So I shared it to XL Bully Bible, and I shared it to Giant XL American Bully.
No, you should have dropped it in the XL Bully Zoo also. I got somebody doing it right now. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, by next week we should be good. I should have the graphic for the banner, so we can do a page. We can just do it right off its own thing. So we should be able to do that. They should work, and they should have it soon. That's why I said if y'all got any ideas of what you want to be the banner,
I got a couple ideas.
Yeah, just throw them to me, yo, and I'll toss them to them, and they'll spin some shit up. But next week we can do that. So it just has its own place, and then it's easy. But I like the Facebook vibe better than Instagram, to be honest.
Well, I like Facebook because I can stream this back to my YouTube also, and get it cracking that way.
Yeah, Facebook. I just think I don't really fuck with IG, honestly, personally.
Hey, Daryl, can multiple people stream the same live? Like, could you go live on your YouTube? I can go live on my YouTube, and Marlon can go live on his YouTube that way, and we still be on the same stream, y'all?
I don't know. I always get my YouTube info from you, so that I have.
Yeah, that'd be dope if we could do that. Do you know this live will go crazy, bro?
Yeah, I think you can. There's definitely ways you can stream all platforms at the same time, right? So once we get our platform,
I know that StreamYard does that, but I just want to know if they will allow us to stream the multiple accounts at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never even used StreamYard, so
I'm gonna do some research on that because that'll be dope. But we should at least be on one of our YouTube channels each time. Next time I'll make sure we could do mine, and then we could do yours, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'll do mine first.
Yeah, I'm with it. I've been working on the long form content going back. I left YouTube for a while. It's crazy. I made a couple little shorts, and
it's still cracking. It's actually wide open right now. It's good.
Yeah, I did like, I don't know. It's funny. I came back to that shit for like 2 months, and I put like another fucking 1.5 million people on there. So I don't know. It shit just you fucking blink, and I literally doubled it. But only like shorts. I do a lot of shorts and shit. So
that's because they're trying to compete with TikTok. So right now, a lot of different platforms push their short form videos. Like Instagram pushes Reels, YouTube pushes short.
Oh, of course, they're all pushing that. They're all pushing that short format.
You know what I'm saying?
All that shit. Well, the reason why it happened with Facebook is because of all the shit that happened with in-stream ads, right? When everybody started panicking about thinking that they're watching you in your phone, so everybody started clicking that don't allow button. So Facebook lost like $24 billion, and that's why they started shifting. That's where the stars came from and all that shit. That's why they started pushing all that heavy on you. So they wanted you to more do live, do stars, because stars they make money on. It wasn't the ads. And now the ads just kind of sorted itself out a little bit more. So they went back to, that's why Reels, they had all those bonuses. Everybody's like, oh, they care so much. They want to pay us money. No. They just want to identify and show the people that can make that money. So they have these strong people on the platform that can get these kind of views, that can give them that kind of ad revenue.
My Reels,
what do you say?
I was getting paid for my Reels.
Yeah, now you can. Now they shifted. So before it was just bonuses. Before they had ads, they just had bonuses. So if you got a certain amount of views, they give you a bonus just for having the views. But now it's ads. So it's the same way as it worked before. It's in-stream ads on the Reels. So now you get paid based on advertisements on the Reels. That's how that shit works. Yeah, I mean, Facebook, that's like
having a hard time sharing this live. Is this set up so it can be shared?
Yeah, it can. Nothing private on here. So you should be able to share it to wherever. This is I literally set this page up as a joke at first, and I was like, oh, let me see if I can get 5,000 friends in 2 days, and it happened. So then I was like, all right, let me fuck around on here for a little while. No, I remember I told y'all, like, I was in Walmart, yo, and this guy started like taking photographs. I seen this fan in Walmart, and I was totally friendly to him. Like, I was totally cool with him, yo. I stopped, I took pictures with this girl and everything, and I was totally cool. And I seen this I didn't see it, but somebody sent me this post that was in one of the groups, and it was like talking about how like I was rude to him, and I was like, oh, he asked where Hulk was, and he said at home, obviously, and I was like, I didn't say none of that. So I went in that page and I went live. And after the live, I had like 1,000 fucking new friends. And I'm like, all right, maybe I'll fuck around and see if I can get a couple more friends in here in the next day or two and have a little fun. So I just started going in on people in all those groups. That's in that time period when you can still have fun on Facebook and talk shit. So I just went in on everybody for like a couple of days. I just started going in on people, yo, and just blowing this shit up, yo. It was fun for a little while, but now Facebook's off. You can't say nothing.
Pro Bulls, I'll give you my opinion of Pro Bulls. They're amazing. That's all I'm saying. They're different. If that's your style, then that's your style. I got nothing negative to say about them.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Just did 9K. There you go. It's all there, yo. Like it's all there, yo. Facebook's big, bro. I'm just saying, I've done a lot on there. A lot. Facebook ads. I was about to say something, but I ain't gonna try to act like I'm over here flexing.
I saw you put it in reverse.
Yeah, I'll pull it back.
He might as well just jump out the window, bro. Just jump out the window.
I'm gonna pull it back.
Jump out the window, bro.
I'm gonna pull it back. I done a few dollars on there, yo. We gonna put it like that. We gonna put it like that, yo. But yeah, no, I think I like Facebook just to, I don't know. As much as they fuck up, I just think it's a I don't really fuck with IG. I really don't do nothing over there. I just kind of pass shit along to there. Like I stopped fucking with that for a while. And even on there, they rip you to fuck off with ads, yo. I had my page was up to 60 million in reach, and I had a video on that had 50 million views. But I made like fucking $300 off that shit. On Facebook, a video like that, 50 million, that should be worth 50K. Depends on your fucking CPM.
That was your reach, but on
IG, I was reaching like 65 million because I did a couple videos that did like, I just didn't really fuck with IG. So I was like, all right, if you follow all these stupid little protocol things that they tell you to do. So I did it for like 3 months. And all of a sudden, yeah, it works. That started popping. But you got to do all this work for like under $400 on there for me. I was like, nah, I'm straight. I'll just fucking post on here for fun and like, you know, other things like that. I don't use Instagram for money like that. It's like Facebook's way different. Facebook, YouTube, the CPM on there is insane. Like my YouTube has been like, I didn't fuck with YouTube for a while, but I've been making over 30K on YouTube for without doing anything for years. Like, you know, so if you go on there and actually start pushing, and they're just better platforms, though. Like they just treat you better. You know, they just treat you better. But Facebook is the same way, which Facebook and Instagram are the same platform, but Facebook is just a stronger platform when it comes to making money. Right. You know what I mean? Like that's really what it is. And obviously like it's a fucking business. So I'm, you know, as much as I'm here for fun and to play and all that, you know, I'm here. This is business for me. So you got to be on the platforms to make you the most money. So that's it. That's why I stepped away from fucking TikTok too, yo. Cause that shit just started. I'm not into the gifts and shit. Like I'm not into that. You're not going to get me sitting there fucking jumping around for a battle or none of that shit.
I ain't gonna say the breeder's name, but I seen a breeder in
I
the
know
bra
exactly who the fuck you talking about, bro.
I seen a male in the bra though. It's
I know exactly who you talking about, and I'm saying,
he was
broad or in a bra,
big titties,
bro. Probably lost the battle, yo, and had to do some shit or something. That's my guess, like, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's normally how it goes.
That looked like a bet loss, bro.
Like, yeah, exactly. You lose the bet or whatever, bro. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I got love for my homies over there, but I done seen some shit on there, and I'm like, bro, I don't even know you, dog.
Hey,
like,
I'm gonna leave it because I don't know what y'all seeing on me, but what I'm seeing is grossly delayed. Like it's doing what I did like 2 minutes ago.
For me.
Let me see.
Are you seeing that, Thor?
I haven't done nothing, so I just put something.
I'm so delayed, it's crazy. Like what I'm doing right now, I did 10 minutes ago.
Oh, you're right on time for me.
Check, and it just showed up. Somebody asked, let me see.
Can you turn your camera off and on so it fixes itself, or?
Who?
No, dude. Is there a way to turn my camera off and on?
I don't know. Hold on. Maybe if you flip it around, like face it forward and face it back.
Let me see something here.
If you look to the right of your screen, does it give you like two little people for a thumbs up and a heart?
Yeah.
How does it know I'm black?
How does it know I'm black? I ain't know that either.
I got two little black dudes. I didn't see
all my emojis is black.
Yeah, no, somebody texted me in my house and said, I don't know, it sounds like you're using the Sid voice in the live. It sounds like I'm lisping. Yo, you remember that shit? I think my little stick in my highly false screen.
Yeah.
Yo, that little motherfucker was the man. Yeah, I mean, you could back out and join again, but we closing up. We out that time now, anyway.
Anyway, y'all.
Am I still here or no?
Yeah, but your fingers now. I see your fat finger on the screen. That's all I see.
Yeah, no, my it's tripping out right now, bro.
It's I see your big ass finger, bro.
Is it froze there like that right now? Because that's how I said.
Yeah, the finger's stuck up there.
Yeah, it's big frozen, bro.
Yeah, it's tripping out. My bad, y'all. It's tripping.
I can hear your voice right on time, though. I mean, there's no delay in that.
Yeah, so you guys, we're gonna be doing this every Sunday. Again, we still haven't figured out which platform yet.